ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नित्यानंद नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानंद प्रदायिने कलो कल्मषनाशाय जानवापते नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतुसे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we are discussing from Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 and verse number 36 we discussed yesterday, 35 and 36. So Lord Krishna explained to Arjuna that, my dear Arjuna, if you leave this battlefield, although your intention may be very good, you, out of your compassion for your friends and relatives, you want to abandon this fight. But others are not going to think about your compassion. Others will consider that you have run away from the battle because of bhai, because you got fear. Bhayadranadu Mamsyante tvam bahumata maharatha yesham cha tvam bahumato bhutva yasyasi laghavam. They will decrease your value and that will be intolerable for you. Avachya vadamsha bahun. They will speak so many ill things about you and they will blaspheme you. They will doubt about your samarthyam, your capability to fight in this battlefield. They will doubt. And that tato dukkha no kim. What can be more painful than this if you hear all these things? Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful for you? So, in this way, Krishna is trying his best to some or other convince Arjuna that he should not uh, abandon this battlefield. He should be, with all means, he should fight this battle. Now, in today's verse, Krishna is giving his final judgment. He's telling Arjuna that the fighting in this battlefield will always be beneficial for you. So Krishna says, "Hato va prapsasi swargam, jitva va bhokshase mahi, tasmad uttishta kaunteya, yuddhaya krita nishchaya." O son of Kunti, either you will be killed on the battlefield and attain the heavenly planets, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up with determination and fight. Atova prapsasi swargam. If you fight in this battlefield and if you are killed while fighting, still you will get the benefit. You will attain heavenly kingdom. Or jitva va bhokshase mahim. And if you win this battle, then you will enjoy this earthly kingdom. Tasmad uttishta. Therefore, Arjuna, get up. Uttishta. Get up, O son of Kunti. Yudhaya kritanishaya. Get up to fight uh, with determination. Don't hesitate because in both the cases you are a gainer. You will not lose. So Krishna is giving his final verdict to Arjuna. Atova prapsasi swargam. So that's why on the path of following dharma, principles of dharma, when we are on the path of following principles of dharma, then we should be rest assured that even if we are unsuccessful, still that will uh, that will be beneficial for us. If we aren't able to complete the duties, dharma, especially for devotees, we have spiritual duties. The real dharma is actually spiritual dharma, and spiritual dharma means to serve Krishna with whole heart, full dedication. One should be willing to serve Krishna and become free from all material attachments, material contamination. So, being freed from all material contamination, our duty is, our dharma is to serve Krishna with love and devotion. That is our dharma, spiritual dharma duty. So, in the process of becoming free from all contamination and fully surrendering to Krishna, so that we can serve Him with love and devotion. So, it may not be possible. It may so happen that we are not able to complete in this one lifetime, because this task is a great task, huge task. Maya is so powerful. It's not so easy thing to become free from material attachments immediately. So it requires a great deal of spiritual advancement. Uh, those who are very, very spiritually advanced, they can become completely free from material attachments. So till the time one has not become fully advanced in Krishna consciousness, so it he still requires some more time, some more endeavor, efforts. So that's why we should never give up putting effort to become free from material contamination, to become fully fixed up in the service of the Supreme Lord. We should never be discouraged, because even if we are not able to complete this task in this one lifetime, so still we are not the loser, because Krishna has guaranteed that in the next birth we will again get the opportunity to serve Krishna, to advance in Krishna consciousness. And we will begin from that point where we have left in our previous life. Suppose in this life, if we could complete the task by 60%, so from in the next life, we'll begin from 61%. And if we remain very serious and pure and under perfect guidance, if we go on serving, so we can complete that 100%. 100% completing our spiritual duty means to become free from all contamination, material contamination, and developing pure love and devotion for Krishna. And then we are perfect, we are perfectly eligible to go back to God and to associate with Krishna and serve Him there eternally. So that's why a devotee should not have any discouragement. Ato va prapsasi swargam. If he's ato va prapsasi swargam, even if Swarga means, for devotee, Swarga means spiritual kingdom. Jitva va bhokshase mahim, tasmat yuddhishta kaunteya yudhaya kritnishad. That's why Krishna is requesting Arjuna that that's why you just get up and fight. Don't think about. Similarly, we should also, in all the situation, we should just get up, or we should just take out our bead bag and start chanting Hare Krishna, even if the mind likes it or not, doesn't like it. Even if in the mind there are so many contamination and arthas, we are just like in the afternoon class, one Mataji, Devarani Mataji was telling. I'm praying to Krishna a lot and trying, but still unable to become fully detached and unable to develop love for Krishna. So we should not be discouraged. We should simply go on following the principles or the standard principles, rules, regulations, sadhana, bhakti given by our acharyas. Chant always daily, chant 16 rounds minimum, and read and hear about Krishna, and follow four regulative principles very strictly. So if we can do these things, so day after day, we are becoming purified of all anarthas gradually. We may not be immediately feel about this, but as you will have executed this process of sadhana bhakti for few years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, and 20 years. So then you will experience it. Yeah, it really works. So we should not be discouraged. So that's why Tasmad Uttishta Konteya. One should Uttishta Konteya means one should be always encouraged to go on and on without becoming morose. Yuddhaya Krita Nishchaya. So we are also in the battlefield, battle with Maya, battle with these material attachments, material contamination. But just like Krishna is present with Arjuna in the battlefield to give him all help and support so that Arjuna can fight the battle. But still, Krishna is telling, I am always present with you. So do not worry. But even if you are killed in the battle, still there will be no loss. You will attain good result. Similarly, the Supreme Lord Krishna is present with us in the form of his holy name, in the form of deities, and in the form of scriptures, devotees, prasadam, all guidance. Everything is available. So all the facilities to make our life successful is there. Uh, so we should take full advantage of it and never become discouraged. Even if we sometimes fall down, we should again get up and try very hard. We will become successful, no doubt about it. Suppose someday, if you are unable to get up early in the morning, uh, so no problem. Next day I will get up. Next day also, if you are unable to get up, no problem. Next day I will try. Next day I will get up. Next day I will chant early in the morning. So in this way, and sometimes if there are some material attachments which disturbs our mind a lot, so that time we should have at least this much determination that will not act upon it physically, and we will go on chanting Hare Krishna and praying to Krishna. So eventually Krishna helps to overcome all these things, and we become properly situated. So Yudhaya Kriti Nishchaya. So that's why this Kriti Nishchaya is very, very important. One should be willing to fight against Maya in order to advance in Krishna consciousness with great determination. One should not lose the determination. Kriti Nishchaya. One should be fully determined. Because if we lose the determination, if we lose the hope, and if we give up on the fight against Maya, then everything is spoiled. Everything is finished. That is what Krishna doesn't want from us. Krishna wants from us that we should never give up and we should keep trying. Keep trying. That is Kritanisha. And this determination to fight again and again with Maya in order to advance in Krishna consciousness, that determination we get, or this determination is increased to the degree we become pure hearted, to the degree we strictly follow the rules and regulations, especially four regulative principles, and to the degree we pray very humbly to the Supreme Lord to get spiritual strength from Him. So all these factors, they help us to uh, determine to have determination, strong determination, and using which this strong determination we can very enthusiastically uh, work very hard to advance Krishna consciousness. So even though there was no certainty for victory for Arjuna's side, he still had to fight. For even being killed there, he could be elevated into the heavenly planets. This was Krishna is telling Arjuna. So in this verse, we'll stop here. अतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मात् उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः. With determination, Arjuna, you fight. And then Krishna will suggest him. While fighting, there so many circumstances will come and go. Sukha dukkha samaya kritva. But do not worry about all these things. You just execute your Krishna conscious, your duty of fighting. You will never incur sin. So this verse will discuss tomorrow in detail. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Hare Krishna.
डिटर्मिनेशन कैसे बढ़ता है प्रभु? अभी आप बता रहे थे, मैं सुन नहीं पाई ठीक से।
Determination to advance in Krishna consciousness comes to the degree we uh, strictly follow the rules and regulations of sadhana bhakti. If somebody who every day who chants 16 rounds and strictly follows four regulative principles, so then he will gradually he will become very very determined, and when the determination increases, then there is no question of discouragement. He will go on uh, executing his devotional service. Okay.
यस प्रभु।
हरे हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna.
प्रभु। धन्यवाद नाम।
Hare Krishna. Hare
प्रभु
Krishna.
जैसे कि मतलब इस श्लोक में बताया गया कि अर्जुन की विजय निश्चित नहीं थी, फिर भी उसे युद्ध करना पड़ा। क्या ऐसे हमारे भक्ति में भी यही प्रोसेस है कि हो रही है, अब नहीं हो रही, लेकिन हमें करना है उस।
यस, तो कृष्णा यही तो बोल रहे हैं यहाँ पे। अर्जुन, अगर अर्जुन को लगता है कि विजय निश्चित नहीं है, फिर भी मन बोल रहे हैं कि स्टिल यू गो ऑन विथ योर फाइटिंग बिजनेस। अगर आप हार भी जाओगे तब भी नुकसान नहीं है, फिर भी आपको स्वर्ग मिलेगा। और जीत जाओगे तो फिर अर्थली किंगडम मिलेगा ही। उसी प्रकार से इन कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस business. So we try our best to completely become free from all Maya and become fully attached to Krishna. But even if we are not able to complete it in this lifetime and we die, still there is no loss because next birth will begin from that point, and in next life we will have already we will have the proper maturity, proper spiritual maturity, spiritual balance you will be having. So then, yeah, that time your spiritual life will become very smooth. That's why we find there are many devotees, a few devotees we can say. There are few devotees um, who, from the beginning of their life, they never fell down in Maya. They strictly followed four regular principles. And as soon as they come in contact with devotee association, they immediately accept everything and they fully surrender to Krishna, start chanting 16 rounds and four regular principles they were already following. So it becomes very easy for them to follow. And then gradually they make more progress and they become more and more attached to the service of Krishna, and then they forget all attachments. But those of us, if we are not in that level in this lifetime, it doesn't matter, because if in this life, if we try our best to become free from these material conditioning attachments by properly, sincerely taking shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, so whatever we do in this lifetime, so that will be our permanent, eternal asset, and that will help us in next life to become more mature in Krishna consciousness. And we begin from that point. And so that's why there is no discouragement in the path of Krishna consciousness. So, but we should try our best. Why to unnecessary risk to take birth again? That is not good. Okay.
थैंक यू प्रभु। हरे कृष्णा।
Many people, many people these days stand like Krishna anywhere without even knowing. Yes, so they are demons. Those who think that they are as good as Krishna, they don't know it. So their destination has been explained in Bhagavad Gita, and they have to suffer in their upcoming births in hellish planets. So that mentality is not at all good. Okay, yes, Ankita Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम। प्रभु मेनली ये पूछना था कि भगवान श्री कृष्ण के बारे में जैसे कई लोग नेगेटिव बात भी बोलते हैं कि उनकी गोपियां थी, रास और ये सब चीजें नेगेटिव पॉइंट ज्यादा करते हैं, तो ऐसे लोगों को कोई रिस्पॉन्स देना चाहिए या फिर नहीं देना चाहिए, क्या बोलना चाहिए?
अगर वो सुनने के लिए तैयार हैं, वो अगर तत्व जानना चाहते हैं, ट्रुथ truth about Krishna's pastimes with the gopis, if they are willing to submissively hear, then we should talk. Then we can explain it from Bhagavatam, that tattva. But if they are just in mood of making fun and out of envy. So we should simply ignore them. It's not recommended to waste our time with those people who are unwilling to hear the instructions and to follow the instructions. That's why, according to Vedic injunction, one should not talk, means superior, or means a person who is on a spiritual path. He should not talk to those people who are unwilling to accept the instructions, because that will simply waste their time. There will be no result. So we should only talk to those people regarding these subject matters, or any subject matter, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, any philosophical discussion. We should do with those people who are ready to hear. But others who are right now not ready, not yet fully means in the position to accept, to them we should connect. We should give prasad. We should invite to them in kirtan programs. So if they come, gradually they may get purified, and then they may be able to take the personal instructions. But that is our duty, to invite them to attend programs, hear classes on Bhagavad Gita, attend Kirtan, and then gradually they become purified. So then they will be able to ask for personal advancement. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, like nowadays, as I'm able to attain as much class I can, so if somewhere कोई problem आता, obstacle आता in between, like home responsibility or something, जो हमारे आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल, लेकिन बच्चा परेशान कर रहा है कुछ, तो एक फ्रस्ट्रेशन जैसा होता है बिटवीन द क्लास इफ इट हैपेंस. सो इज इट अ नॉर्मल थिंग, या क्या, कैसे इस चीज को डील करें?
Yeah, ये normal है, because you are willing to hear about Krishna, or in between disturbances are coming. So natural है, frustration होगा. So इसके लिए you should try your best how to avoid this disturbances. So we can try our best. So the days are getting
हरे
shorter, and I feel that night should not. Yes. So Vartika Mataji, that is a very nice attitude. If you feel that the day is getting shorter, you need more time. You should have more time to chant extra, to hear or read about Krishna more. So that is good. That will help you to make a special advancement. So next question. I am a beginner devotee. I can't do 16 hour chanting. What should I do? So no problem. In the beginning, we don't force. There is no force that you start chanting 16 rounds immediately. You can start with chanting 2 rounds or 4 rounds every day, and gradually, as you get inspired after hearing classes on Bhagavad Gita about Krishna, so you may increase your rounds. So, but one thing you must do, that is, you should regularly come and hear about Krishna from Bhagavad Gita. So that will help you to develop sound philosophy, and you will get good instructions from Bhagavad Gita, and you will automatically become inspired to increase your chanting. And side by side, simultaneously, you will be inspired to give up all whatever, if some material attachments or something which obstructs our means advancement in Krishna consciousness. So that follows gradually. So no problem. Sometimes it's difficult for me to sit and chant. What should I do? So in that case, you sit and chant 1 round, 2 round, and if you find difficulty to chant while sitting, so you can stand up and you can chant while walking also. That is allowed, no problem. And in any time of the day you can chant, but best recommended time to chant is in the morning hours, morning Brahma Muhurta, from 5 o'clock onwards, 5 to 4:30, 4:35 to 6, 7, 7:30. That is the best time to complete 16 rounds. But gradually you can come to that level. Okay. Yes, Shyama Mataji.
प्रभु जी 16 राउंड्स कंप्लीट करने के बाद अगर टाइम हम निकाल लेते हैं कैसे भी करके, तो हमें रीडिंग करनी चाहिए या चैंटिंग और ज्यादा करनी चाहिए?
Whatever inspires you. If you are inspired to read Bhagavatam, then you go on reading. That is non-different. Gradually, as you develop taste for reading Bhagavatam, so that will help you to develop taste in chanting Hare Krishna Maha. I have personally experienced it. In the beginning years, in the beginning 3, 4, 5 years. So I used to chant 16 rounds, and as soon as 16 rounds completed, then I used to read, just go on reading 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, sometimes 6 hours also. When I had holidays, so I was just reading Bhagavatam. It was so relishing. And the best method, best way to read Bhagavatam is that each and every verses you recite multiple times, 10 times, 20 times, 15 times, and read word to word meaning and understand the meaning and then recite and then go and read translation and purport. And don't worry if you are unable to remember all the purport. That is not required also. Bhagavatam reading means it's service to Bhagavatam, that you recite and you read translation and very carefully you read purport and understand the subject matter. If while reading Bhagavatam translation and purport, if you are able to understand the meaning uh, at that particular point of time, then your reading Bhagavatam is successful. And if something you are unable to understand, you just mark it and you can ask some devotee. Okay. So it's very nice. You read, if and you can hear proper lectures. You can read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. So anyway, some or other, we should give our most of our time. We should give uh, uh, to associate with Krishna. The more we associate with Krishna, in terms of chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, by hearing about him, by reading about him, by chanting about him, by discussing about him. So all these things, the more you associate with Krishna, the more attachment you will develop for Krishna. And to that degree, you will forget material attachments. So this is the principle.
हाँ,
Okay.
मुझे लग रहा था कि चैंटिंग करते रहने से उसमें टेस्ट डेवलप और ज्यादा हो जाएगा, मतलब
Yeah,
एक्स्ट्रा
that's
राउंड्स करने
true.
से।
Yeah. The more you chant, you develop more taste in chanting. The more you read, you develop more taste in reading. But no problem. If you after you have completed your chanting, if you wish to read Bhagavatam, you go on reading Bhagavatam. And at least every devotee should try to chant 2, 3 extra rounds. That is recommended. And then rest of the time you read 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours Bhagavatam. Gradually, Bhagavatam, by reading Bhagavatam, that by the mercy of Srimad Bhagavatam, you will develop the taste for chanting Hare Krishna eventually. Okay, Hare Krishna.
ओके, थैंक यू प्रभु। हरे कृष्णा।
Bhagavad Gita on period. Yes, yes. You can read Bhagavad Gita. You can chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra even during period time also. And even you can come to temple also, have darshan of the Lord during those period. But just make sure you don't come very close to some devotees who are serving the deities. So I'm a
प्रभु
Brahmin girl, and in my family they said it's sin, you can't chant and do such a special activity. So yeah, I can understand you are from a Brahmin background. So they say like this, but actually it's not the rule. You can chant on beads also. But if your family members they are unable to understand that you can chant in all situation, then better you during those time either you don't let them know that you are undergoing such condition, or if they come to know, then in front of them you don't chant. You chant when they are not seeing you, or you can chant on counter. But chanting must not be given up. You must always chant in all the situation, whether we are pure or impure, because chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra makes us pure. And this chanting Harinam never becomes impure. Okay. Okay. So Hare Krishna.